His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, Mr. Mohammed Nizam, the head of school, school management representatives, teachers and ancillary staff, ministry officials, students, ladies and gentlemen. Nisambula Binaka, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to you all. I just can't believe my eyes that I can see all these students in a classroom. This is a very rare sight because only from this week, the students from the Western Division, particularly ECE right up to year 7, started school for the first time in the Western Division. So today is your what, second day in school? Ah, there you go. Are you excited to be in class today? Yes. And are you going to come to school every day? Yes. Now I've got the assurance that these students, they want to be back in school despite a lot of criticism going on. So I want to thank the parents who believe in education and of course our little ones sitting in front of us who also want to be back in school. So who are you and I to stop these children from their education? And it is for this reason the government decided that we're going to open the school for all our children. And it is up to the parents whether they want to send their children to school or not. But from our perspective, from the government's perspective, and of course from the teachers' perspective, we all want to see our children back in the classroom because our children belong to a school. That's where they should be, not at home, because they have been at home for far too long. Not 5 months, not 6 months, not 7 months, not 8 months, but more than 9 months. It's almost a year they have been away from school. And we do understand that there has been a lot of learning lost during this period. I know teachers have been working extremely hard trying to prepare worksheets. We have been sending the worksheets to the children. We know that you've been doing it throughout the school closure. Even when the school opened, the teachers continued with the worksheets. But nothing beats face-to-face teaching and learning. And I take this opportunity to thank the teachers for the good work you have been doing. The teachers have been the pillar of strength for the government, for the parents, and for the students. You have been assisting Ministry of Health during this COVID crisis. Many teachers were working behind the scene, managing the quarantine facility. They've been involved in data verification. They were also involved in the vaccination program itself. And there are teachers who have been working in this area at least for the last so many months, and only when the years 1 to 7 started classes, that's when they resumed teaching in school system. Ladies and gentlemen, I have visited more than 60 schools and I have met heads of schools, teachers and management to discuss their plans and processes of getting schools prepared. And I'm glad to say that the responses and effort has been overwhelming. I'm sure you all have had a good start of this week, receiving students from ECE to year 7. And you must be looking forward for the rest of the students who could not join the classes. I was told by the head of school that the attendance for this school is 75%. So that means 25% of the students are still at home. And I hope the parents will make a decision quickly and they'll be able to send the children back to school. Now today we have handed over a literacy kit, numeracy kit, overhead projector as part of the special grant assistance from the Korean Embassy. I thank the Korean Embassy for their timely assistance to our schools. Around 80 schools have benefited from this grant. I know the government of Korea has been providing support not only in terms of equipment for schools but also assisting with the renovation of schools, and over the years Korean volunteers has been attached to some of our schools to help in teaching. It certainly gives our students the rare opportunity to be exposed to a different teaching approach. I urge the head of school and teachers to ensure the materials that we have handed over today is documented in your school inventory, it is kept safe and appropriately utilized so that more and more students get to use these items in future. We need to always appreciate and value our school resources because it helps in the delivery of teaching and learning. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share the work of the Secretariat of Pacific Community, which runs the Pacific Island Literacy and Numeracy Assessment called PILNA. They conduct this research every 3 years. The Educational Quality and Assessment Program unit of the SPC administers this assessment, which is the largest regional assessment in the Pacific. It focuses on numeracy and literacy proficiency skills of Year 4 and Year 6 students, which is very relevant for this school. There have been 3 PILNA reports, 2012, 2015 and 2018. According to the 2018 report, 53% of Year 4 and 63% of Year 6 students met or exceeded proficiency levels in literacy. In numeracy, 83% of students in both Years 4 and 6 met or exceeded proficiency level. Compared to the previous test, this was an improvement, but we still have a long way to go. And my concern is the literacy aspect. And particularly Year 4. That means we have to do a lot more work from ECE right up to Year 4. So those teachers who are listening to me, please pay a lot more attention to improve the literacy of our children. To address the growing concern in this area, Ministry has revised its primary school English and mathematics curriculum. In the new 2022 school year, Years 1 to 4 curriculum will be trialed in 90 schools across the country. I want to thank the Government of Australia for their partnership in this very important exercise. We have also started work in the revision of our secondary school English and maths curriculum. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank our School Management Committee. Our School Management Committee has been the pillar of strength during this crisis. They helped the government by giving the schools, when we needed them, to be used for as a quarantine facility or for vaccination program, or even during flooding or cyclones. So I take this opportunity to thank the School Management Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to ensure that we are able to handle such challenges ably. And we can only learn from our past experience and then build upon it. Now, as we have opened all schools, I am once again counting on our teachers, heads of schools, school management committee and parents to continue guiding and supporting students back to face-to-face learning. Remember, COVID will not go away from our shores for good. From pandemic, it will become endemic. We have to learn to manage, and we have to learn to live with it. I also wish to acknowledge the partnership of the School Management Committee for preparing the schools for our little ones. I know the School Management Committee members and the heads of schools, they have been working tirelessly to meet the COVID-19 safety guideline that was rolled out by the Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts. And if it wasn't for the support of our school management committee and the teachers, I don't think I would be, the students would have been safe to attend face-to-face classes. But this is something I've seen across the country, because I've visited more than 60 schools, and I've found that most schools, almost 99.9% of the schools, they went out of the way to prepare classrooms to ensure that our children are safe. So thank you, teachers, parents, school management committee, and of course our little ones. Whilst vaccination is not mandatory for students, I do request parents that as soon as vaccination is available for our children, please get them vaccinated. If it wasn't for vaccination, today we would not be able to meet you face to face as we are doing today, as well as to open our economy. And it is a collective effort of every Fijian that enabled the government to open up the economy. If the Fijians were not vaccinated, it was not possible. And we can see the number of COVID cases in the country is going down. Active COVID cases in the community is slightly less than 200. So you can see that we are doing very well at this stage. But that does not mean that we should let our guard down. We still need to wear our mask, we still need to sanitize, wash your hands, and use the respiratory etiquettes when you are sneezing and coughing, so that we maintain a safe environment for all of us. Finally, once again, I wish to thank the teachers and heads of school and management for working together for the best interest of our students. And I'm sure you'll be able to bring normalcy in your school as all schools are open throughout Fiji. And I also take this opportunity to thank Ambassador Park, because he was able to join me on a very short notice. Actually, I informed him on Friday, and he was very kind enough to join me at this function. So I greatly appreciate the assistance given by the Korean government, and also our close friendship that we have built over the years between the two countries. And Ambassador Park has correctly said that our relationship is very solid, and we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, the relationship that we have built last 50 years ago. So with these words, I also wish that our relationship grows strength to strength, and we are able to learn from each other, and we respect each other's country's values and principles. And I once again thank Ambassador Park for being so kind enough to join us in today's ceremony. Thank you very much, Vinaka Pakuleta.
Bravo.